Brass Brigade SG Gripper Take 2. So I tried doing this video about 5 minutes ago. The wife came downstairs and at the top of her lungs was screaming at me because I didn't fill the gas tank. Fuck, I hate it when that happens. Anyways, so check it out. This is going to be my first real update on the Brass Brigade SG Gripper. So check it out, guys. I wanted to go over some things, some changes I'm going to make to the OEM version of this. Some for the better, and some because you know, guys that are subscribed to my channel, friends of mine, guys I look up to, like Dave and EMP Knives, you know, suggested. So this truly is going to be a knife that I take suggestion on from, you know, knife lovers alike, because I want a knife that not only I love, but that you guys like as well. So anyways, I'm not doing this to make a profit. I'm strictly doing this whole project because I want to have a knife that I designed. So there it is, right? So know this, when the pre-order drops, anyone that's subscribed to my channel or has been sort of in this from the start, you guys will get a substantial, you know, you will have a substantial discount coming to you. Yeah, just know that. Whatever the price of this is, anyone that I know has been subscribed and a true, you know, SG Gripper lover, you're probably going to get like at least 50 bucks off. So, especially if you order it on the pre-order, because I'm going to need the capital to fund the production line, right? That's why people do pre-orders. I'm just trying to be transparent about it. So anyways, first change. The SG Gripper is going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger by a full, I'd say, 1/2 inch in the blade, maybe even a touch over. Same with the handle, right? That, of course, is going to affect the wideness of the blade. The Wharncliffe blade will be over 1 inch wide, about, I think it was 1.1, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, significantly thicker than the SG Gripper original, this one right here. See that? So this is a copy I made at the tattoo shop. That's as close as I was able to get it to the actual specs. So I will put up some other knives that you guys probably know already and probably own up against our, you know, somewhat actual size diagram. So anyways, a couple changes. The OEM production model of the SG Gripper will have significantly beefed up pocket clip. It will be milled titanium, which is kind of shocking. I always thought if I designed a knife, right, that it would be, you know, spring steel or, you know, not titanium. I have a thing with titanium pocket clips. It's just a personal thing I'm trying to get past, you know what I mean? I was abused by one as a small child, and I just haven't been able to get past that. So anyways, no, but seriously, the pocket clip will look something like that. It has been changed from SG's version. And the OEM company that is doing my knife, yet to be announced. Let's just say I have quite a few of their knives already, either ones they've done or ones other knife designers have had made for them. And they do a really good job. I absolutely have faith in their ability to execute the SG Gripper 100% the way I want it done. So yeah, the production model will have M390 blade steel. It will have this, you know, just your basic standard Wharncliffe blade with a hollow grind. There will be a fuller that extends from the finger/thumb hole all the way out. And what that's going to be for is, so when I got into knives, right, again, I've always liked knives. I just hadn't caught like the knife collecting bug until about 6 months ago. I didn't know anything about the middle finger flick or the Spidey flick, right? So, you know, it took me a while to get that down, as I'm sure it took you guys a while to get that down too, if we're being honest. So I thought, you know what if someone, maybe a friend or family member trying to support me, they buy one, right? And they're new to knives like I was at one point myself. Thought it would be nice just to have sort of a traditional fuller that you can just grab a hold of and just open, right? Or if someone that's not knife friendly needs to borrow your tool, you know, at work or whatever, if they don't know what the fuck that thing's for, you know, they can just see that fuller and just, you know, sort of easy access for everyone, right? That's what she said. Anyways, we have the, so up front and being as transparent as I can be, I absolutely got this idea from EMP EDC. John's a friend of mine over there, and I've already told him that, yeah, I got that little section of the knife. You can give thanks to EMP EDC. The nimble that John did over there is absolutely amazing. Absolutely in the top 3 knives I used as of lately the most. Frag pattern, I did that just because I think it looks pretty nasty, right? I like it. Kind of industrial looking. I've always liked Wharncliffe blades. I had some guy say, oh, that looks like a Brian Yeager M some knife, right? Some like knife reviewer. And I'm like, first of all, I drew this before I even knew what a Yeager was. Second of all, if I was copying anyone, it wouldn't be that knife. It would be Todd Knife and Tool. I always liked their Wharncliffe blades. So yes, I did get an idea for my blade from Todd Knife and Tool. Thank you, Todd Knife and Tool. The difference between me and some knife designers is I'm going to be completely transparent. If you ask me where I got an idea for something, if I actually got my idea from someone or somewhere, I will tell you, right? An analogy of telling someone that they copied someone else's knife design, that's like telling a tattoo artist that the traditional panther tattoo they did on your friend looks like the traditional panther tattoo his friend did. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Wharncliffe this blade shape has been around for hundreds of years. To say I copied it from some dude that started making knives in 2018 is fucking preposterous, right? Check out the history of a Wharncliffe blade, man. You have fucking caveman with this shit, you know what I'm saying? Or fucking bush people in Africa that run fucking Warnies, dude. So miss me with that I'm copying someone's bullshit. This is my knife design. I literally drew this on vacation in Hawaii because I was bored as fuck, right? I'm not into the beach, right? I was there with a family, and I got bored and scratched this on a napkin. Got home, put it on paper, sent it to SG Knives. A couple months later, here we are. That's the story of the SG Gripper. I did get inspiration from a few people. Again, Todd Knife and Tool, absolutely love their Wharncliffe blades. I think I have most of their production knives. Yeah, I got the Malware, I got the Exploit, I got the fucking, the Roxy 3, 4, like I got a bunch of their knives and I love them. So why wouldn't I have my knife look like the knife designers that I look up to, right? So anyways, but yeah, I'm not trying to like step on any toes. A couple things I did do that I know is different from other knives that I've yet to see. I went with a frag pattern, full length backspacer. The production model will stick up a little bit. And what that's going to be for is extra added traction or grip on the knife, right? I want to be able to get a good solid purchase when you're hard using this motherfucker. And I thought that little bit of frag pattern sticking up would be helpful in aiding in the grip, right? Comfort is not my main concern. Getting a tight grip on this tool is, because it is a sharp thing and it can hurt you. So I want you to have total control over that Wharncliffe blade, right? Front finger choil so you can choke up on the knife. The reason for the matching frag pattern jimping that runs along the whole spine of the blade is no matter what your hand size is, you are not going to run out of jimping runway, right? So if you want to choke up on that bitch, if you throw your thumb all the way out here, you still got some tactile jimping for your thumb. That's the reason for the full length jimping fucking job on the spine of the blade, right? And it looks pretty sleazy matching with the full length backspacer. Check this out. The production model will not have a lanyard hole. Yes, I talked to my buddy Dave. I talked to my buddy Ryan. I talked to other guys. Well, why aren't you going to put a lanyard hole? Everybody else does. Yeah, and that's why I'm not doing it, because everyone else does. I think it's just a much cleaner look, right, with no lanyard hole, right? The cool thing is you're going to have room if you want. Just fucking pay a knife modder to drill a hole through your knife, and there you go, right? But for those of us that want a little bit more clean looking knife, show side, right? Yeah, we're not going to have that. And I think it'll be super cool. Couple other cool things about the SG Gripper is we've utilized the frag pattern lines for the relief cuts in the fucking lock bar side. That's pretty sleazy. Thank you, SG Knives. He's the one that came up with that idea. I absolutely will give credit due where it's due, right? What else? I think I went over it, all, ceramic bearings, titanium, everything. Titanium pivot collar, right? There will be 2 variants. There'll be, one is going to be, sitting down, I'm starting to get tired, hunched over. Anyways, one variant is going to be one, I'm going to try to get them to try to nail as close as they can to this one in honor of SG Knives for fucking being such an awesome craftsman and kind of making my design a reality, right? I just want to try to capture as much of what he put into the knife as possible. So though I would probably myself prefer a tumbled blade in honor of him, we're going to try to do it as close as they can to this, right? So you've already seen the first variant. The second variant will be this. So check it out. It's going to be pretty easy. Tumbled PVD blade, right? Black tumbled PVD blade, black tumbled PVD backspacer, and PVD black pivot collar and pivot. The rest will be tumbled titanium just like this one. Well, why would you do that? Why would you do 2 knives, right, with the same fucking scale colors? Because since we're going with the tumbled PVD, right? Again, I already talked about, I like the tumbled PVD. If you drop this thing, you're not going to have these fucking, hideous scratches on it from day one. If you happen to have it in your lap while you're driving it around and you forget about it and you jump out of the car at the tattoo shop and then the fucking thing goes about 20 feet. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Anyways, and again, you want to send the scales to a knife modder and do your crazy nano work, or you know what I mean? You want to have it, whatever, Cerakoted or whatever you want to do, you're going to be able to do that. Later on, I might come up with some options where, like, I got one I'm thinking of doing a backspacer where at the end, we might do a steel insert with a glass breaker if that's something you're into. We'll see how that goes. But it would just be something you buy and replace, right? Like just a replaceable backspacer with a glass breaker, if that's your thing. I might not do that, or I might do a very limited run for, people that would like it, right? Maybe just do 10 or 20 of them. I'm not sure what the price will be on this yet. I can tell you that the money I have to come up with for the just the working prototypes from the OEM I'm using, it's a lot. It's more than all those knives combined, okay? And to get the actual operation off the ground, it's going to be spendy. So I'm going to need your guys' help. The way it's going to happen is once I get the working pre-orders in hand, I'm going to send some off to some of my favorite, knife reviewers. Some guys I'm sure you've heard of. Tri-State's definitely getting one of them. You know what I mean? Dirk, he'll get one. Hopefully Neves Knives will take a look. Hopefully some other guys will too. But I'm just going to need your guys' help spreading the word. You know what I mean? Again, just for some size comparisons, let me show you. Now remember, this is pretty darn close to the size it'll actually be. So here's a Hinder XM18, right? We have about the same amount of cutting area. Almost the same size finger choil. Looks like the XM18's handle might be a touch longer. But yeah, I mean, this is very close to the size of the actual knife is going to be, right? Let's do, let's just for shits and giggles, let's do a Praetorian T. Nothing's bigger than a Praetorian T. Just kidding. No, but that's significantly bigger, right? Oh, FYI, all these knives on the table that I'm size comparing will be for sale. I'm selling them for what I paid for them. I have invoices for everything that's on the table. I just want what I paid for them, not $1 more, because I don't do that to people, because I'm not a piece of shit. So yeah, if anyone's interested in any of these knives, any of them, they're yours. Whoever wants them, just reach out to me. Some of you have my phone number. Those that don't, just go to my Instagram page and shoot me a DM and we'll figure it out. Here's a ProTech Malibu, right? So it's going to be a big knife, but not like crazy big. Like again, like here's, an XM18. It's about the size of an XM18, right? Probably about the same size as a Praetorian Genesis. I probably should have brought one of those out, but anyways. So yeah, just look at the handle size, right? It's about the same. It's going to be about the same size as an XM18, right? So yeah, what else? Oh, the Demno 80 20.5, the cheapest feeling knife known to man. Except for the Shark Lock, that thing's pretty solid. Yeah, it's a little bigger than the Demno 20.5. Let's see, what's this? Micro Praetorian, also for sale. Again, exactly what I paid for it, but you don't have to wait 3 months. This is their new tumbling process. It's very nice looking. I kind of prefer their old one, but this is done very well. All Medfords are built pretty damn good. So yeah, significantly smaller than a Micro Praetorian. But I think it's going to be an all-around good-sized knife. Yeah, the pre-order price will probably be somewhere $260 to $310. I don't know. I'll know more when I get... they actually gave me a quote for all PVD ones. I'm like solid PVD, and I'm like, wait, I don't want any of the scales PVD coated on any of the 2 variants, right? So anyways, it should be interesting to see what the difference is. They literally gave me quotes. I want 2 versions, the satin and then the black and gray. And both quotes were on like full PVD, like everything, except one had a satin blade and a bronze pivot collar. So I was like, wait, it's got to be cheaper if I'm not having all that PVD work done, right? Hopefully. And if it is, then maybe that will reflect on the price. But these are going to be basically the same cost as every other, knife made with M390 or whatever, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that's all I got. Hey, stay safe, shoot straight. I'll have more info as I receive it. And let me know on Instagram if whoever's interested in maybe pre-ordering one of these. I need to start figuring this shit out because it's not cheap to do this. So mad respect for all the people before me that have done this. It is definitely not as easy as it seems. Yeah.